Hi there, this is a quick video about Xero's new AI toolkit, which I think is really cool. So for the record, my name is Axel. I am the founder of a new AI tool for bookkeepers and BAS agents in Australia called Genvice. I was a bookkeeper for a number of years until 2024, and then I decided to switch over to software engineering, and now I'm building Genvice, so I'm merging the two. But what I think is really cool is the development of AI is that a lot of us are becoming more technology enabled and more builders ourselves. So we may not want to become software engineers, but we may get more adept at technology and building things in the era with the help of AI. And we're actually creating some really cool tools for bookkeepers and BAS agents. And I think a really exciting part of this is the Xero's new AI toolkit. So that's what I want to talk to you today about. So it's, first of all, you can find it at developer.xero.com/AI. They talk about the rise of the builder and how we're all becoming more technical and building all of our own personal apps and everything. It's a pretty simple page here. There's some really handy videos that can do some really amazing things, like build an e-commerce website with Cursor and Xero, different no-code tools like Replit and working with Xero. But the two things I want to talk about today were the MCP server and prompt libraries and code samples. So the Agentic software development kit, software developer kit, and the Xero command line interface may be for the more hardcore developers and software engineers who want to build apps, but for general bookkeepers and finance people who want to build in-house tools, the MCP server and the prompt library can really help. So if we have a look at the MCP server, now MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and in short, it's a way or a protocol that allows different apps to talk to large language models like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Kimi-K, things like that. So I think MCP was developed by Anthropic, the maker of Claude, and it's become the standard way to talk to large language models. So essentially, this link here to the MCP server. Xero's built their own MCP server. It takes you to GitHub. If you don't know what GitHub is, it's a place to save your code. That's the simplest way to describe it. It's a very complex piece of software and platform, but it's a way to save your code, whether it's private code, open source code, whatever you need. So a lot of developers often share their code and things they want people to interact with on GitHub. Okay, so here we have the MCP server. These are just kind of files of where the code will last, but the handy thing is at the bottom of every GitHub repo is what they're called, is they'll have a README doc, and this will have some basic instructions. So it'll tell you how to set up the MCP server, how to connect it to your Xero account, things like here, how you can integrate the MCP server directly with Claude Desktop. So you can actually use your desktop Claude app and actually connect it to your Xero account, which sounds very, very schmick, and different things like that. So here are some commands that you won't actually call these yourself, but these are embedded commands that you can talk to your AI tool like Claude or ChatGPT, and Xero's built these commands so it can actually perform these things, like retrieve a list of payroll employees and a whole bunch of things. So it's very exciting what you could do here, and there's different ways you can work with that. I think that's very cool for novice developers and bookkeepers who want to build personal tools. I don't want to be dismissive, but maybe at a simpler level, there's simply prompt library with a code example. So if you just want to use your AI tool and just prompt better, rather than this, how they always say there's the field of prompt engineering, and it's about you talking to your large language model in a more descriptive, context-aware, and methodical fashion that results in better AI outputs. And Xero has created, thankfully, a bunch of prompts that you can actually use and skills to feed into your AI tool. So if you're working with Python, the programming language, JavaScript, the programming language, Lovable and Replit, the no-code platforms, and a few other languages here, you can basically get some prompts to design things. So personally, I like using Python, so I can show you here. I'll click on the Python folder, and there's a skill to use Python with Claude Code. But here's something like an initial prompt to, if you want to build an e-commerce website with Python and Django is another type of app. Django is a type of framework, backend framework to build Python-based apps. But here you go. So if you click on that, and you can basically cut and paste this directly into your Claude. And it's a very handy prompt. It says build a Django application that synchronizes Shopify orders with Xero invoices. Use the Xero Python SDK to implement OAuth. And it sounds a bit complicated, but essentially, there are quite expensive apps if you're a bookkeeper that you have to pay for to do this. Build a Django application that synchronizes Shopify orders and Xero invoices. That might be able to save money for your clients, save money for yourself if you can build a simple, working, safe, secure app via this handy prompt that the Xero developers have offered. There's here's another one for build a Django application that integrates with Xero Payroll API for automated payroll processing. And let's just so you simply I don't want to pull up my AI tools and you see all my previous prompts. Most of them are business related, but sometimes I do use AI as a counselor. So yeah, I don't want to see that. But essentially, just cut and paste here, copy, cut, paste it into your favorite AI tool that builds stuff, and you might be able to do some really cool things. So I think that's really handy. So we've got the prompt library, and what else was it? It was code samples. So where are the code samples? There's agent skills. That's where you can develop, provide a skill to your artificial intelligence agent, and various different things. It's just remember that GitHub is a bit overwhelming if you're not familiar with it, but most bookkeepers, as you would know, once you get the hang of the software, it becomes second nature. So don't be frightened. But I think that's about it I want to talk about. I don't know how long this video has been going, but yeah, it's very cool. Check out developer.xero.com.ai. My name is Axel. I'm launching Genvice in the next couple of weeks for Australian bookkeepers and BAS agents. Don't forget that. Please visit the website, genvice.com. But if you want to build your own tools, embrace the rise of the builder via Xero's AI Toolkit, and have a lot of fun building your tools and apps. All the best. Cheers. Bye-bye.